When you're ready, you can gently open your eyes or keep them shut. Open them if you want to watch and then shut them again. I do like to keep my eyes closed a lot of the time. We're going to bring our hands out to the sides. Deep inhale up. Feeling all of this expand. Exhale down. Pushing the air out with your diaphragm. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This time when you inhale, we're going to place our right hand on our left knee, our left hand behind us, looking over our shoulder for a very gentle twist. Not trying to force anything here, we're just getting started. And remember to breathe. On your next inhale, arms up into the center. Exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Left hand on right knee. Try looking over your shoulder if you can. We want to keep our spine straight. Keeping those long, deep breaths. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, your hands down. We're going to do something we haven't done before. It's going to be like splashing water and hugging yourself. It might take a minute to get used to, but that's okay. And we're going to do it on breaths. So what we're going to do is as we inhale, we're going to bring our arms up and then breathe out and then hug, down, up. We're going to do it a little bit faster than this and with our breath, but just kind of show you, no one can see you, so don't worry about it if you think you're doing it wrong, but it just kind of looks like this. And then, so we'll and back down. Doing fast breathing and slow breathing are really good for you, really help bring you into the moment. So any kind of exercises where you're concentrating on your breath are really good to do just for once or twice during the day for a few minutes. It really does help bring your mind and your body really focused on right this second. So now we're going to switch the cross of our legs. And we're going to inhale with a straight back. Exhale, walk forward with a straight back until your hips start lifting up or you think you need to C-curve your back. So with a straight back, walk out as far as you can, remembering to breathe. On your next inhale, you can walk yourself back in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, right arm down. We're going to just do a little stretch over here. You don't want your butt cheek to lift off the ground. So, just wherever it's your bend, everybody looks different. And as you inhale, see if you can roll that shoulder back towards the back of the room just a little bit. Maybe you can look at the ceiling in front of your arm. Inhale up. Exhale down. We're going to bring our hands behind us, pointing out. And we're going to inhale, give a little back bend, maybe dropping your head. Inhale, slowly lift your head if it's released all the way back, being very careful. And then walking your hands back in. Inhale up. Exhale, left arm down by your left side for a stretch. Next inhale, bring that shoulder back just a little and see if you can look up in front of your arm. Inhale up and exhale to heart center. So we talked about the progression that we're going to do every week. We're going to do 3 of the same things to see if we get a little stronger or a little more flexible, if we're able to let go of some of the tension in our hips and stuff. One is going to be a strength move and the other 2 are going to be flexibility. So have your strap handy. And if you need a blanket or a pillow, we're going to come to down dog. This is a modification, can be to put a pillow in between your knees here. Comfortable, or just come out of it. You can also, but one of the moves that which you are really moving, it's just very slowly, and that's relaxing your muscles, getting the tension out of your hips and your shoulders. And the gravity is actually pulling you a little closer to the ground. Even though you may not be able to see it or feel it, you are moving in this pose. It's just you letting go and letting gravity do it. So while we're here, in your mind, let's do a body check, which means like relax your hands, just say it in your head, relax the arms, relax the shoulders, and all the way down your body. Especially to remembering to relax the hips, and it may take several breaths into the hips to really get all the tension out. Inhale, and as you exhale, slowly walk your body up. Bring your knees just a little bit closer together or completely touching. Ouch. And we're just going to sit here for just a few minutes. If it's really uncomfortable, you might want to put something under your feet, or you could come up on your hands if you can't really get all the way down. We're not going to stay here for as long as we did child's pose. We're just going to take a couple breaths. Okay, from here, we're gonna make our way to hands and knees. When you're on hands and knees having a blanket, or I have this handy dandy little knee cushion that's really pretty much its only job to make it more comfortable. I'm on hardwood. You may, be on carpet or something and not need it, but a towel or anything will work here. We want to spread our hands really far apart. I'm trying to see if you can see them. Your middle finger straighted perfectly towards the wall. We're going to lift our right arm up and down. Left arm, inhale. Exhale, down. Right arm, inhale. Exhale, down. Really stretch it out. Inhale, left. Exhale, down. Now we're going to do the same thing with our legs. So we're going to inhale that right leg way back, flexing that foot, push that heel towards the wall and down. Inhale the left leg back and down. Right, push, down, left, push, and down. And now we're going to do our right hand and our left leg at the same time. So as you inhale, both out and down. Now the other side, inhale and down. One more time each side. Right hand, left leg, inhale and down. The other side, last time, inhale and exhale, down. We're going to tuck our toes under and move into down dog. You want to really put the pressure in all of your fingers and heel, not just here because that hurts the wrist. So you can even make kind of a little cup with this part of your hand that's not touching, and then lift up. Now you can keep your legs bended as much as you need to, or you can try to stretch one out at a time. Trying to get those heels down to the ground. Or not. I mean, we're not actually trying to get them down to the ground, but we don't want them up like this. Push in with those hands. Get those ears between your arms. Push that hiney up. And then come back down to your knees. One more time. We're going to lift up into down dog, pushing back. Knees are fine being bent. If you can, straighten them out. And then from here, we're going to come into plank. Plank or plank. And then we're going to push back to down dog. Exhale, hands and knees. And this is going to be one of the strength progressions we're going to do for every Wednesday is a chaturanga push-up. That is how you get down from plank during the sun salutations. And during that, you really want to keep your elbows by your side like this. I don't know if you can see it like that. Like that. And not in like a push-up. So the three ways that you can do it are, you'll be in plank from here, or here. You can also do it against, I don't know if you can see me here, a coffee table, the wall, a chair. Just what I want you to do is make sure that your elbows stay close to the body. And we're going to do a 4. We're going to do it 4 times. And you do as many as you can, and then go back to down dog. And then we'll do it again. And so hopefully, if 1 is all you can do, it's perfectly fine. And then maybe your goal would be by the end of the month is to be able to do 2 all 4 times, or be able to bring it from here to here. You know, those are all goals. So we'll start down at our hands and knees. Push back to down dog. Come to plank, whatever your plank looks like. And then first set, just do as many as you can. But not to complete exhaustion, because you have to do this 3 more times. And then push back to down dog. Inhale up to hands and knees. Fold your toes in. Exhale down to down dog. Inhale, come forward plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Whew, did way less that time. Then push back to child's pose. Hands and knees, tuck toes. Exhale to down dog. Inhale to plank. Chaturanga. Push back to child's pose. Get a really deep breath in here. We have 1 more set. Okay, we're inhaling up to hands and knees. Bringing our toes in. Exhale to down dog. Inhale to plank. Chaturanga. Child's pose. Now we're going to come back to hands and knees, and we're just going to slowly lower down onto our bellies. Hands stretched out right under your shoulders, and just do a little cobra. Doesn't have to be big. And now you can bring your hands down by your side, head resting to one side. And then inhale, lift your head up. And then I want you to see if you can bring your chest and your arms off the ground. Take a couple of breaths. Inhale. Exhale all the way down, your head to the other side. Now we're going to do, we're going to stay laying on your stomach. We're going to stretch our shoulders out a little bit. I'm trying to decide if you can, what might be better for you to see me. Pretend like my legs aren't under my counter. So you have your head rested to one side. So we'll just say that we're going to roll the opposite direction. So my head is facing right. My hands are out like cactus. What I'm going to do is take my right hand and just push on the ground a little bit. Maybe trying to roll onto, roll towards the back of the room. I'll show you what my arm looks like when I'm doing that from this direction. So I'm not rolling up onto the shoulder, I'm stretching the shoulder. So be very gentle. And then if that feels good, you can take that top leg, slide it behind you some to get a better stretch. Or not, if you weren't getting a good enough stretch, a better stretch. Wherever you're stretching is the good stretch. Be very careful. You do not want to put too much pressure on that shoulder. Inhale, exhale, roll back over. Now we're going to turn our head to the opposite direction. So my right hand will be the back side, I guess. Looking to the left, my left hand, just going to take my hand and push just a little. This feels pretty good to me, but I think I can go a little bit further. So maybe I'll lift my knee up or bring it straight kind of behind me. I hope you can hear me. Being very careful not to push yourself into too much pressure on your shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Roll back. We're just going to kind of push up, however, and come to seated again. We're going to get out our straps, our belt, our t-shirt, our towel, our dog leashes, whatever we use. And we're going to bring our legs straight out in front. One of the things that's really good to do here is kind of pull your hiney fat out of the way so that you can get your bones on the ground. So if you can just kind of just pull it out like that, and that way you're able to stretch forward easier. We're going to take the strap like this, two hands, and put it around the bottom of our feet. This is one of the progression moves we're going to be doing every week, and seeing if we can get just a little bit further. This is so good for your spine all the way down to your feet on the back side, your hamstrings. So this is a really good, if you can only do one really good stretch a day, this would be a really good one to do. So we're going to hold the strap in each hand, inhale, straight back, and we're going to pull ourselves forward with a straight back. That's what the straps are for. And my hamstrings are really tight right now. And we're going to hold this. But we're not just going to be still in a, if you can pull, if you feel yourself being able to go further and further and further, just keep pulling. This is not a yin pose here. This is flexibility. So this is an active pose. We're actually going to see as the time goes on if we can get our nose closer to our knees. Once you get to where you are with your back completely flat, then you can let your head go and get that C curve. You can still pull yourself. Don't hurt yourself. We have a whole mat to do this. But after 30 seconds, if you feel like you can go a little further. Once you've gone as far as you think you can go, try to relax a little bit. Let those hips relax. Shoulders should always be relaxed. And then you might find, oh wait, I can go just a little bit further now. But you're going to have to actively think about releasing the muscles in your hips, your legs. You want them to be active and not completely relaxed, like in yin, because you are pulling yourself and you don't want to overdo it. But you can relax it just a little, and it doesn't feel maybe quite as stretchy as it did. So you might just go a little quarter of an inch, a little bit closer. And if it's feeling like you've stretched it too much, come back up a little bit. You can shake them out if you need to. You're like, oh, maybe I was just pulling a little too much. And then find that comfortable edge. But you want it to feel like an edge. Like, I'm stretching, I really can't go further. And then maybe you can go just a little bit further. Inhale, exhale, walk yourself back up. You can release your straps and be thankful that we're finished with that. Oh, if you need to windshield wiper your legs side to side. Oh, my left hip and hamstrings right here are really, really tight. Like, I can't even tell that I even stretched the right side out at all. But this side may feel good. Kind of massage your hiney onto the ground as you do this. And then our next progression pose that we're going to do is going to be a hip stretch, which I think there's not probably anyone who doesn't need a good hip stretch all the time. And remember, these are things that you can do all the time. If you just want to do like a little 15-minute yoga class, just stretching, just holding it for a little bit of time or a minute, just a couple different things is really all that you need some days. But this is going to be a hip stretch. We're going to bring our legs out in front of us like this. And then we're going to take the right foot, put it on the left leg, and sit up. If sitting up like this, you don't really feel a stretch, you can put just a little bit of tension on your knee or scoot your leg up. Ooh. Scoot your leg up. If you need to have that strap around your supporting leg to maybe get it down there a little bit, you can bring it up through here and maybe help pull it up that way. But you don't want to do it too much. Ooh, I got a little cramp in this one. And then if that is not really enough, what we really want to do is be able to just bring this foot out like this and put this knee right above this ankle, knee to ankle, and get it flat and bring it out like this. So that's how you work from here to here. So whichever feels good to you, that's where you should be in this. And I should have already started this, so we won't go the whole time. Keep your feet flexed because it does help protect your hip and not let you go too far. So I have my feet flexed here. Now, if this is hurting you in some way here, you can bring it back onto your back and bring your arms through. Putting just a little bit of pressure on your bent knee also gives you a little more stretch in that hip. Be careful. We're not trying to get ourselves hurt. Inhale. If you have your hand on your knee, you can release it. Bringing that leg back down, stretching them out, rolling around, whatever feels good to you. And then we get to do that on the other side. So this time we're going to bring our left leg. Our ankle will be just on the outside of the leg, and you're just a little bit further down from your knee. You don't want to put direct pressure on any of the joints. And then bring that foot in, trying to keep that back straight. You can always lean back on your hands, giving a little push right here if you need to. Ultimately, being able to, maybe not ultimately, I hate when I use this kind of words, but bring that ankle down so that your knee to ankle, not here, but directly above. You're like a box here, and being able to come over. Keeping your feet flexed does take off some of the chance of stretching a little too far in your hips. So if you'll keep your feet flexed. Inhale, exhale, find your way to both legs bent in front, and we're just gonna windshield wiper them out here. You can do it as exaggerated as you want, or just as sloppy or as you want. And then from here, we are going to come to lying down on our backs. And then we're going to raise our right hand up and back, and we're going to roll over onto the right side. And from here, we're going to grab onto our ankle. If you can, this is also another good use for your strap. Wrap it around your foot like this, your hand out, and you can reach your ankle a lot better. Bend your knee if you need a little bit of support, but you want to do just maybe a little bit of a back bend here where you're stretching your shoulder, your chest, your hip flexors, all through here. So we've been doing a lot of forward things, so this is a back thing, a back bend. And if you push your feet against your hands, if that feels good, maybe give you a little more stretch. Inhale and exhale, release. Roll back over onto your back. You always want to make sure your body's in line after you roll somewhere. And then stretch. Left arm up, we're gonna roll over to the left side. I'm gonna just turn around. So we're on our left side with the strap or with your hand, grab onto that foot or ankle. You can bend this leg as much as you want to help give you some support, and then kind of stretch it back. You want to be able to feel the stretch in your chest and your shoulder, right here in your back a little bit, and in your hip flexors. You can push your foot into your hands for a little more stretch. You don't want your foot really high up like mine just was. Just, hip level. Inhale. And then exhale. Roll back over onto our back. Get our spine and hips and head back into alignment. Really stretch. Arms down, feet up, knees bent. You can be here or into tabletop, but we're going to do a twist. So I'm going to be in tabletop and I'm going to twist. This is my left. Twist to my left. So my left foot is on bottom, my right leg is on top. Hands out. I'm letting them come all the way down. And then I'm going to try to get my right shoulder back on the ground. And yours may be just here. But we want to try to get the left hip and the right shoulder on the earth, and it maybe look a little bit to the right. Deep inhales and exhales. They may not be quite as deep in a twist. That's okay. You still want to have that big breath. And as you exhale, relax one more part of your body. Like I had my toes clenched, but I released them on my exhale. Releasing the tension in my upper back. Releasing the tension in my chest, and especially my right shoulder. Inhale, and then exhale. Slowly bring your body back in alignment. You may need to pick up your hips and your shoulders and your head to get back into alignment. Stretch in both directions. Ooh, just like your first stretch of the morning. And then we're going to bring our knees, hands down and knees back to bent, here or here. Inhale, exhale, slowly dropping your knees to the right. And then when you get there, let's think about relaxing the chest and see if you can bring your left shoulder to the earth. And your hand out. Maybe looking in the direction of your left hand. Releasing a different muscle every time you exhale. inhale. And then exhale. Slowly bring your body back into that straight alignment, lifting your hips and your shoulders. We're going to come into our final pose, Savasana. You're going to bring your legs straight out, whatever feels comfortable. Let your feet roll out, however way gravity pulls them. Hands up, and the palms facing up, down by your side. Relaxing your jaw, maybe slightly parting your lips. Eyes closed. Normal breath. We don't even want to think about our breath. Just relaxing, being right here, not in a hurry to go anywhere else, not even thinking about anywhere else. Letting the tension go. Between your eyebrows. Relaxing your hands. Relaxing your feet. make your first intentional movement a big inhalation. And then exhale. Start wiggling your fingers and your toes. If you want to reach your hands up over your head for a stretch, you can, but you don't have to. Bring your feet in, your knees bent. And then we're going to roll over to whichever side is more comfortable for you, making a pillow with your hands, putting up under your head. We'll pause right here for just a couple breaths. And then when you're ready, whichever hand is on arm is on top, just use that to kind of push yourself back up into a seated position. Whatever's comfortable for you. Thank you for coming to practice with me today. I know there's a lot going on in the world right now, and that sometimes it does take some kind of commitment to get here on Wednesday, and I'm very happy that you do that to be here with me. Namaste. I'm going to unmute everybody. I have unmute all. So over the month, we'll need our straps and all of that. But I'm also doing a giveaway, a yoga starter kit, yoga mat, yoga blocks. These things are the best thing ever. A strap. I don't remember what all comes in there. But if you make a donation to Mediviver at mediviver.org, and if it says in memory of, or what's Sonia?
In honor of or in memory.
Put Yoga with April. And it doesn't matter. I won't even know how much you donate. They're just going to give me everybody's names, and in 2 weeks, I'll draw a name and ship you the yoga package. Your amount of donation is not give you a better chance of winning. But if someone would want to donate to Mediviver and put Yoga with April in your name, you could be entered twice. If your friends want to join this class with us, they can also enter. They just have to sign up with Mediviver, get their email address and all of that, and then they can register for the yoga class too. So if you have a friend who's been wanting to try yoga but doesn't know anything about it, we'd love to have them here, and maybe they can win a yoga mat. So we'll give it 2 weeks, and then on a Wednesday, I'll draw the name and then ship it to you. So encourage your friends to donate a little money too in your honor, and then you can be entered more than once. That would give you a better chance, but not if $30 or $25 or $1,000 or whatever it is that you donate. I won't even know, so that won't matter.
$100,000.
$100,000 might give you a little bit better chance. I don't know.
Yeah, and one of the reasons that we're really encouraging donations this year, you may not know, but most organizations have decided not to do a research cycle this year, and we are continuing on with ours, and our donations are tracking really well, but our fundraising is down by about half from last year, and we have some really, really good proposals that are in this year for research. So
yeah, a lot of the masquerades had to be canceled. That's, a big chunk of change. So yeah, encourage your friends and family, to let them know that their money will be used for research this year.
Every dollar.
And that so you can enter more than once, but your donation amount will know. So yeah, in 2 weeks. So encourage your friends. We'll put it out on the thing next week, tell a few more people about it, and then some lucky winner.
Thank